Okay, hello everyone. Good evening and welcome to today's webinar on managing approvals in in Oracle Tax Reporting Cloud Service or the TRCS. So today I'm gonna walk through you the approval process in the TRCS. What is it? Why is it important? And how can you use it to make your own tax reporting more structured and controlled? So here is what we will cover today, that is setting. Under this we are gonna start with the setting up of the approval unit hierarchy, assigning the owners and the reviewers, the approval processes, the promotional path, locking and unlocking entities, and creating approval reports. So by the end of the session you will understand not just the steps but also the logic behind the TRCS managing approvals this way. So today's session is organized by the BISP Solutions. BISP helps with projects and learnings of the Oracle program. So let's start. So here is the setting up. The first slide is of the setting up the approval unit hierarchy, right? So when we create a TRCS application, the system automatically hears the build something called the approval unit hierarchy. By default it's called total geography, right, which includes all your entity itself. So you can here think it as of an organizational chart that every entity in your company like India, US, UK falls under this geographical tree. So the hierarchy comes with a default templates called the consolidation, which is mainly used for locking or unlocking the periods, right? But if you want to review a workflow, you will need a different template, that is consolidation bottoms up. Now you have two choices under it: either the modify the existing total geography hierarchy and switch it up to the bottom up template, or create a new brand new hierarchy and assign only specific entities to do it, right? Suppose you have a company that has entities in US and UK, India, etc. So by default they are all inside the total geography. But if you want the local finance teams in each country to review the first data, then you can send it to the regional manager, and finally to the HQ, that is your headquarters. You'll create a bottom-up approval hierarchy, right? So this was all about the setting up of hierarchy. Next is our assigning approval units, owners, and reviews. So once the hierarchy is in the place, the next step is to assigning the owners and the reviewers, right? So the ownership and the reviewers are inherited from the parent's approval unit, but you can override and assign specific people if you want. If you assign individual as reviewers, then all of them must approve, and they must do it in order you define, right? So if you assign a group as a reviewer, then anyone from that group can approve and move it forward. So the question is why it is important, right? What does it matter? So because the TRCS follow the exact sequence you set, the first reviewer has to finish it before it goes to the second, and so on, right? So this way we review the flow forward, ensuring everyone validate the data before it's finalized. So it actually if there is any error or mistake, it can be actually rectified by it. Then here we have the approval process overview. Now we can say that let's take a step back and look at the full approval process, right? So first, what is approval unit? So it is a combination of a scenario plus year plus period plus entity, right? For example, the scenario is actual, the year can be FY, we can say 20, that is a 2020, the period is January, that is P1, and the entity can be a production under the North America, right? So each approval unit is actually set up the hierarchy. So each approval unit is a bucket of data that needs review and has to set up its hierarchy, right? So the process flow is very simple, right? The first is that admin sets up the hierarchy. Second is assigning the scenario, year, and period. Third is start the approval process. Fourth is the owner and reviewers promote the unit through the chains. The final review approves it and the status become approved, right? And the last part is after approval there is no change that we can make, right? So you can say that before closing the period, the admin can log the data to prevent further edits. Next we have here are starting the approval process, right? So now how do we actually start it? So by default the approval status is set to actually not started. So when the admin clicks that start, the status change to under review. You can start at two different levels, that is start the process for the entire hierarchy, that is all entities move to review, or start at a base entity that its parent and ancestor will also start automatically. So for example, if you start approval for New York entity, right, then the USA region and the global hierarchy also start because they are linked. As each entity moves forward, the current owner column updates to show who is responsible at the stage. Admin can also restart the process if needed, or exclude certain entities here, right? So we are done with this one. The next one here is approval unit promotional path. So the promotional path is basically the route your data takes as it moves through reviews. At any stage, only current owner has right access to make changes. Everyone else can view, that is, you mean that read only, right? But no, they can't modify it. So once the current owner promotes the data, they lose right access. The next person in the chain becomes the new owner, right? So for example, local tax team in India reviews, right, that we have a file, we have three teams, that is local tax, APAC tax manager, or the global tax director, right? So if the local tax team reviews in India that file first, right, so that will come to the APAC tax manager. But as it comes to the APAC tax manager, local tax team in India can't actually review it anymore. They can actually read it but can't write it. Then if the APAC forwarded that it reviews, then it will go to the global tax director. Now the APAC and the local tax team can only review, can see it, read only, but can't write, means edit it, right? So as soon as they promote, they lose the edit rights in this. Next one is locking and unlocking the entities. So after the approval, locking is the next safeguard. Locking means no more changes, even accidental one, right? So rules for locking are simple, that that the calculation status must be okay, no data or system change. If status impacted, you cannot lock, right? Previous period must already be locked. For example, you cannot lock February until January is locked. For example, if you are doing it for Feb, right, and the previous month, that is January, is not logged till now, so you can't actually log the Feb itself, right? So only a service administrator or power user can lock or unlock. You can say that imagine the January is logged for India, right? Now you can only log February, but if January is not logged, the system won't allow February locking, Feb locking. This enforces the data discipline. The next slide is creating the approval status report, right? So now the approval and logs are in place. How do we monitor everything? So TRCS gives us the approval status report. These shows the approval unit, parent, status, previous, current and next owners, current location, total values, and etc. To create one, you have to go to the navigator itself under this process, and then go to system report. Under the approval unit tab, approval status, select the status that not started under review approved by filtering the scenario, period, year, that is a POV, and you can choose the format that we should generate the report in. You can say the report may show that the entity is the production under the North America, the status is under review, the current owner, we can take the XYZ, the next owner will be ABC, like that. Alright, so I think we have finished with our presentation. Now I will put it in the practical, that how we actually do it. So let me close this. We will navigate to our application itself. Let me refresh it once. So here you can see that we are on our home page, right? So here we are the administrator, that is Denise. We will navigate to our navigator from right here. Under this we are going to see the approval units. Under navigator, you can see to the rightmost bottom you will have the workflow. Under workflow you have a manage approvals, manage unit, and approval unit assignment. So we will go to approval units. Here we know that already we have a total geography right here, right? But instead of this we are going to create a new one. Now under this hierarchy name we are going to put as we are practicing on approval, so I'm going to put approval unit sample. Let's put approval unit sample. You can put description that practice, right? Under this we have enable approvals, right? So that means we are right now none at all. We will select. Then with the consolidation that we have, the consolidation is the simple consolidation of a single entity itself, and the bottom up means customizing it in a different way, right? So we are going to take up the consolidation bottom up. Under the approval flow you can see there is none itself right now. So this is our actually approval dimension entity. Now we are going to go to our next from here. Under this we are going to select the entity. So under entity we are going to go to our FCCS total geography. Under we have North America, and North America we are going to take LE101. That is also set to be our actually the production one, right? I'm gonna go to next. Then we have here the assign the owners itself. So under this I'm gonna go and choose a owner right here. So I will take Casey Brown as a owner right here. You can take any other person also. You can see, you can add, and you can even remove here. You can even remove all, right? So I'm just gonna take here just a minute, let me actually go through it again. Here we have our Casey Brown. We are gonna add it. Then under the reviewers we are gonna go again, and here we can choose, I think Amy Marlin we should choose as a reviewer. So I'm gonna put OK. So that means right now the current owner is Casey Brown. That means she can review it, read it, and write it according to it, right? The next one will be the Amy Marlin. But after when the reviewer becomes the owner, means right now the Casey Brown is the owner, right? So she can read and write. But as soon as she closes it, means approve it, then it will go to the Amy Marlin itself. That means she will have the powers to write and read itself. But Casey Brown will only have the power to read, right? So now we'll have here under this, okay, if you want to actually notify any of these users, so we will gonna take the admin itself, that we are doing anything under it. So here you can see the promotional path. See, so the Casey Brown is the owner here, you can see, and Amy Marlin is the reviewer. Now I'm gonna press save. Okay, so here you can see the approval unit has been saved. I'm gonna under the we have made the made a new approval unit. Now I'm gonna go and see the assign. Here you can see I have the approval unit sample. I'm gonna take actions. Under actions you will click on this. Okay, so I'm gonna select my POV, that is scenario, year, and period. I'm going to take the scenario to be actual, the period to be FY20 as I have the example during the explanation of presentation, and here I'm going to take the P12, right? And I'm going to save it. See, the approval assignment for approval unit hierarchy has been saved. Now we are gonna go to our next step. After the first step was to go on approval unit to create one that we have created. Next was to approval unit assignment, that means creating a POV that for what you need. Then next we are gonna navigate it to our manage approvals. Under this, here you can see that you have to actually select the scenario itself. So you have to so here you can see that I will take the scenario as I have put in the approval unit assignment. That will be scenario actual, year will be 2020, period will be P12, that's December we can assume. Alright, so now I've selected all the POVs right here. Now I will select go right here, and under the view I'm gonna see the tree view. So when I go to the tree view, you can see here that we have our approval unit sample right here, right? So here you can see that we have our approval. Now if I will okay, so actually right now I'm not the administrator myself. Just a minute, duplicate the tab. Right now we are not actually working on the administrator program itself. Okay, from here I'm gonna navigate under the tools to the access control. Under the access control we have our users. Okay, as we are not the admin right now, but we can take it. Okay, so close. Let me just open up a new actually file so that I can show you. Let's actually open the same one. Let me open a new one. Okay, so under there, okay, here I'm gonna put this, and under the password I'm gonna put the password itself right here. Okay, so we are actually, I'm not allowed right now to use the admin. Alright, it's not a problem right here. If I can just as an admin, you can actually start it from here, the planning cycle itself. But as we don't have actually the perms, so I can't actually start myself from it. But if you're an admin, you can even end it, you can approve it, you can even promote anyone, delegate anything, and you can start it from here, right? So rather than this, now I'm gonna go to the next one, that is as I've said, the reviewer and owner. That owner is our Casey Brown and reviewer is our Amy Marlin. So I will go there and log in as first the Casey Brown. So I'm gonna take the Casey, I'm gonna take the login of Casey Brown. Under this I'm gonna alright, I'm gonna say the pass. Okay, so this is actually the POV or the application view of Casey Brown. So as we will navigate to our manage approvals again. Alright, we are gonna select a POV, that is our actual, the year was 2020, that period was P12, and we are gonna put go. View tree view. Okay, so under this I think I can also get it here. Okay, it's see from the we do have the admin view. Actually I have when I do drill it down, it didn't drill down, so I thought that we don't have the power itself, so I can actually start it from here, right here. So I have started the process itself from the my point of view that I am the admin, and this was the actually approval unit, and I have started it. So now this is the POV of Casey Brown. Let me actually reload it so that the data can be updated. So now I will go to the manage approval. Okay, so it's already here. Here you can see the approval unit is coming, that is LE101. First it wasn't started, so we couldn't see it here, right, any data. But now as I have started from the admin point of view, you can see right here the approval unit is for LE101, that is the production unit under the region North America, that is under US. The approval status is under view. Review, the current owner is Casey Brown, the location is LE101, that is USA North America production unit. Right here you can see the path itself. Now we will go to our details. Under details you can see here that the approval status here, that is under review. Then we have actually a first pass and different things. So here you can say that if Casey Brown is done with the task, then he or she can actually go and approve and do in the actions here, go to change status if you are done with the work. Example that Casey was doing the approval task for finance, right? So she's done with the editing, so she can go here, she can go to the promote, and the next owner can be Emmy Marlin. This we can select the OK itself, and then you can see that the status has been changed. Like we will click done here. Under this, see the sub status, it is processing right now. We will wait for a few minutes. Here you have seen that we have delegated and we have actually promote, we have approved, right? So if I select promote, that means I am promoting the Amy Marlin instead of the Casey, promoting Amy Marlin to the current owner, right? And if we are actually taking approved, that means the approval was done by Casey Brown itself, and it will close. It's actually taking a lot of time. Alright, it's no problem. We can actually go here and we can add a new one, continue without the account. We will actually do it for right now. We will do it for in this for Emmy Marlin, right? So here I will go under this, I'm gonna select the Amy Marlin's user, and here I'm gonna paste, I'm gonna sign in. Okay, under review promotes, actually here you can see that the last action has been under review, approval status Casey Brown promoted, but it's actually not showing it right here. It's under processing. Okay, not a problem. Okay, now here I'm gonna go, here's the Amy Marlin's point of view. So this is the Amy Marlin's actually POV of the application. So we are gonna go to the navigation itself here under the workflow. Okay, she can't actually see, so I have to actually give her some power. So Amy Marlin, here I will give her some power. Under here, she is a power user. Power user and Casey Brown. she's already power user, but why isn't actually, we can't actually see here. Okay, let's run the process. I think there is some problem with the application right here, because under the Amy Marlin I've given her the power user status also. It's still not showing me the manage approval under the manage and create. I'm still not getting it right here. Okay, no problem. For example, I'm just gonna show it in the KC Brown itself, right? Imagine instead of here, let me close this. We have actually done the process from here, right? All the process has been done, that we have actually replaced ourselves with Amy Marlin as a current owner, right? So we instead of KC Brown, this is the page of Amy Marlin. So we are gonna go to the Amy Marlin's manage approval. Through navigations, we are then gonna select again the POV, and we are gonna select go. Under this, right here, we are gonna go and actually select the P. After that, we are gonna go here on the tree. See, under here, I'm just gonna drill it down. You can see here the details. Under actions, I'm gonna change the status. Okay, no, so actually it's creating an error itself. Okay, no problem. Actually I've done the promotion itself from this KC Brown here, but it still haven't actually registered it. So this is a typical error, I think, because of the invalid rows or column which is it's creating. So no problem. So if we add, this was actually the POV of Amy Marlin, then instead of actually promoting anyone, one can just here go and approve and just click OK. Right, now I will click here done. Here you have seen that the approval status is approved. Current owner is Amy Marlin now. Now I'm gonna go to the view itself, and I'm gonna go to the process status view. Okay, so now I think I will be able to do for Amy Marlin itself. Let me log in. Okay, so with the Amy Marlin here and as the password, let me sign in. So now I think I would be able to see. Okay, I'm still not able to see it. Okay, no problem, because there isn't showing any. That will be because of navigation itself, that the navigation view for this user itself. It's fine. Okay, so as you know that we can just this was the same was for Amy Marlin, that we will go to the navigation from here under the manage approvals. Under the manage approvals, we are going to select the POV itself again. We are going to go on the details from here. Under details, we are going to go on the action status. We can select lock. See, I can lock it from right here. Right, so the change status has been submit. I'm gonna refresh it. I'm gonna put it done. See, failed invalid data, because there were no actually invalid rows or columns because of that. Let me just close this one and let me navigate it through here to, I think, the package here. I'll go to my forms. Let's see that is there any data under it or not. Here we have income statement by source. Okay, we will select it for, okay, we don't have any data for 2020. Okay, so that's why the error is coming, as there is no data. Okay, no problem. So actually I have shown you the POV of the KC Brown, that is the owner, and the reviewer, that is Amy Marlin. due to some error, we can't actually see the process that I have done in the ME Marlin, but I have actually shown it in under the KC Brown itself. The procedure is same for both itself. First you approve it, right? Then first you promote it, then approve it. That will then switch it to the ME Marlin itself. Then ME Marlin has to actually promote or approve it. Then she will have that if there is no one after that, she can lock the approval itself, herself, right? So now let me show you that how I myself can actually, as an admin, can create, approve and close all the things. That means all the approvals. I'm gonna create a new one. Instead of new one, let me see that if KC Marlin was approved. So let me go to the action, change status, lock, and then okay. So let me make a new one. So I'm gonna make a new one. Let's take here approval unit, right? The consolidation will be as will be bottom up here. Entity we will take the same under the total geography in North America, LE101. Next, under this I'm gonna take the owner here, the same owner as, like, let me take KC Brown as the owner. Then we will take here Amy Marlin as the reviewer, next reviewer. Okay, now the promotional path is set. I'm gonna just click on save. Okay, so now as it's been saved, now I will go to the approval unit. Here's the approval unit. I'm gonna select the POV actual. I'm gonna select the year, let's take 2023, let's take P12. I'm gonna save it from here. See, the hierarchy was fully saved. Now after that I'm gonna go to the manage approval. Under this I'm gonna select go. I'm gonna go to view and a tree view. Here you can see, let me refresh it. Okay, see, I have changed the period, so I have to go to 2023. Here we have it, the approval unit. See, now I will put start in the plan cycle. See, it's started. Right, now I will go to the details here. See, the first pass was to Dennis Adams. Under review was Dennis Adams. I have means all the things I have started, right? Under action I can change the status, that is promote Amy Marlin, right? If I go, see here you can see that I have promoted the Amy Marlin to the owner post. Then I can again change the status. I can approve it from right here, and I'm gonna select OK. See that I have approved it from right here. Then I can again change the status. See here, lock. Then I can put OK. Let me refresh it. Okay, because there is, I don't know that why is this substatus error actually coming. This is actually happening for all of them. Okay, no problem, but actually this was a main actually cycle, that how we go. First you go to the navigation, right? Under the navigation you go to the workflow. Under the workflow you go to the approval unit. That is the first step. Here you make actually one of these approvals. Let me actually okay, so because of this, okay, no problem. So here this one was a major file, right? So this was our approval unit we created. So I have created the approval unit from here. Then I will go to the approval unit assignment. Here I will actually assign the POV, that is the scenario, year and period. After which I'm gonna navigate to my manage approvals, under which I'm gonna actually set up the approval status. If I want to actually promote anyone, delegate to other person, or even approve it or lock it, right? So as a owner I can do it all, right? But if I'm not the owner, and owner means here the admin, and we have different persons under the current owner and reviewer, so the last person under the review can lock itself, right, after the approval itself. So this was all that under the session of actually the approval. Here we have studied that how one approval unit is created, right? How the approval status is actually being set through the actions, right? There are different views under it, how to select the POV itself, what is the different things, here when you will go under the details, under the actions, when you click on change status, when you see here that the delegate and different actually options, promote or approval, right? So that is what actually the consolidation bottom-ups create for you, the different options. Because of that, if there was a consolidation, that will be for the entity itself. So this was all about today's session. Thank you for joining with me in the session of approval units. If you do have any doubts or any questions, you can comment me in the comment section, and hope we will next meet in our next session. So thank you all.